So hello guys, welcome back to LT Education. So we have successfully completed the configuration of creating the absence quota and setting up a link between them. Okay, so we have properly defined our absence quota and we have set up the relationship between the absence and absence quota. So now we are left with the absence quota generation. It means like how much quota will be allocated to an employee. So for example, we have our employee, this one, 100802, and we have to create a absence quota for this employee so that whenever the employee takes the annual leave, the quota may get deducted based on the applied leaves. Okay. So we have done all the basic setting. Now how we will be generating the absence quota. So first of all, we will go to the absence quota configuration. So you may be knowing that under time data recording and administration, we have gone to manage time account using attendance and absence quota, and there we have set up the groupings for our time quota, the employee subgrouping and the personal area subgrouping. You can refer the previous video. Then we have gone to the calculating absence attainment, and we have went here automatic accrual absence quota, where we have defined how our absence quota will get generated or accrued. So we have set up the settings as 110. Our absence quota was 21. So we have selected the no generation option. It means that we will be generating our absence quota through the RPTQ2A QTA00 program. Okay. So these are all, and I'm just going through the revision of the absence quota configuration. Then we have set up the specifying rule group. Under the QMO feature, we have selected our rule group as 10 for this kind of employee, that is 1U1. Okay. For this kind of employee, we have defined the default setting. What selection rule group will be defaulted for this kind of employee, 1U1. So if I open this, you can see we have set up these default setting in our QMO feature. Under 10 and under the employee subgroup basis of type U1, the selection rule group will be defaulted as a 10. Okay. Then we have set up the base entitlement. Okay. If you go through these are the settings which you have already done. Absence quota type was 21. If I open this, I have set up the base entitlement as this constant value will be a 2. So this amount of quota will be accrued every month for the employee who comes under these settings, who follow the ASC grouping 1 and PSC grouping as 10 and PSC grouping for time recording as 0. Okay. In my previous setting, I have set used this setting 0, 5 and the years. Okay. So for this kind of employee, this kind of quota will get this kind of amount will get accrued for the employee. But since our employee is you can say more than 5-year old, this employee is working in the company from last 10 or 11 years. So I have removed the setting as 0, 5 year. So the proper uh, action can take place. Okay. So you can also go back and remove the setting because our seniority level is more than 5 years, or either you can set up the seniority level at 0 to 20 year if the employee is in the company from between this period. Uh, this amount of accrual will take place. I will click on save. Okay, base entitlement we have set up. Then validity and deduction period we have already defined. 1, 10, 21. So if I open this, the accrual will start from the starting of the validity, like interval, and the end of the validity interval. Okay. So in this period, deduction can take place from the starting of the validity period and the ending of the validity period. Okay. Then we have also defined this generation rule for our quota type selection. If I go to PSC1, PSC10, PSC grouping 01. In my previous video, I have also defined the PSC grouping for time recording as 01. And if we go to the setting 110, again search it, 110.01. Quota group was, I think, 21 or let's go a little above this one. Okay, selection group we have defined as 10. Okay, and if I open this, the selection rule, this one quota type selection goal in the cumulative future we have defined as 10. Absence quota type, our absence quota type was 21. And here are some settings. Okay, so basically accrual period would be monthly. Which entitlement we have defined, this value is coming from that particular table. We have selected the rule for which entitlement is 001, and the 2 days will get accrued every month. Accrual and pro rata calculation, basically from when the employee joins, the accrual will get starts. And maximum of 24 days can be allocated to an employee in a particular year. Okay. So these were the previous settings which we have done in our previous video. Now we'll go to the time quota generation. Okay. Okay. So there is one program, RPT Q2A 00. For that, first we have to go to SE38 screen. There we have to type the program name RPT QTA 00. We will click on execute. Once we click on execute, we'll give the employee number for whom we want this quota generation to take place. Quota type, I think absence quota type was 21. So if I go to 1, PSC 1, PSC 10, PSC 10, and this was annual leave quota. Okay. So there are multiple options. If we want to test it, whether the quota is getting generated, we can click on this icon and we can test it. Okay. No validity for you have not selected any generation rule. Something is wrong. So for basically we are generating the quota for this current year. So we will select this current year. And if we try to test it in the test mode, we'll see whether the quota is getting generated. So you can see the quota is getting generated as 24 days of quota for particularly this period, 1st of January to 31/12/2000. So we have tested it in the test run mode. So it means this quota is not yet allocated to the employee. Okay. So if I go by record, if I select this icon and click on execute, you can see there is this quota is generated, and by clicking on this transfer icon, we can transfer this quota to this particular employee. So if I open this employee 100802 and see if there is any absence quota allocated to it. Uh, so absence quotas are stored in the absence quotas info type 2006. And if I click on this overview icon, you can see no data stored for absence quota in the selected period. Okay. But once I click on this transfer, okay, we have to select this record, then we will click on the transfer. So see, you can see the green icon is there. So it means this quota, 24 days of quota has been transferred to this particular employee. So if I again go to this info type and I click on overview, You can see this quota, 24 days of quota has been transferred to the employee. So if I open this record, you can see this is the annual leave quota, and 24 days of quota has been allocated to this employee. And the deduction period starts from 1st of 2024 to 31 2024. Okay. So if I take any leave, this quota will get deducted. Let me show you. If I click on the maintain, and for example, I want to take a leave of 2 days. Annual leave, annual leave, annual leave. I think it was 1,000 annual leave. This one. Okay. So for example, I am taking a 1 day of leave. Okay. From 29th January. If I click on this save, I have taken the leave of 21st January. So now if I see the absence quota, you will be able to see only 23 days of quota has been left. Uh, you can see here also, and if I click on this pencil icon, you can see deduction as in 1 day of deduction has been taken place. Okay. So out of that, 1 day has been deducted. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any doubts, please write in the comment section of the video. Thank you very much.